the week 5 installment. I'm going to go through our finish up our 2 high coverage variations today. Quick review of some of the items that we talked about last week, and then we're jumping right into our cover 6, our cover 4 solo, our 2-man, all those 2 high variations that we tried to get to last week and didn't quite have time to jump through. All right, so quickly going to review our cover 4 solo. I know we went through that, but it's very important to understand the situation that you'll see it and the differences between 4 solo and your regular cover 4. So as you can see here, this sheet has your cover 4 solo rules. Now, if the defense was installing it, obviously the diagram is upside down for you offensive guys from what you're used to, but this helps you understand the responsibilities, the alignment, and know what's going on here. So as you can see, as we talked last week, they're going to do a combination on the 2 outside receivers. I'm sorry, the 2 furthest outside receivers. So your Z receiver and your H here, they're going to get combination coverage from the corner, the outside linebacker, the overhang defender, and then the what I would call the strong side safety. They have them down as a free safety here. All right. So those 3 defenders are going to combo number 1 and number 2 to the trip side. If number 3 goes vertical here, you're going to get the weak safety, a W coming across the field. Right. He is going to what we call cross field read that number 3 receiver in case he goes vertical. If for some reason they were to switch and number 2 were to run this vertical down the middle and 3 were to work up the seam, he should be picking up whoever is that 3rd inside vertical. On the backside, notice the cornerback's inside leverage. Man-to-man, you see the dotted line on the diagram tells you he's man-to-man, so he's going to be on him anywhere he goes. Now, if the running back doesn't release, or if this weak side safety doesn't have to come across the field, there is a chance that they can get help, late help for this corner, but most of the time, this is going to be your best player on defense, your best coverage guy, locked up one-on-one against the offense's single receiver backside. So when you see teams that play this, you should know that, however they line up, they're telling you this is going to be their best coverage guy. So you know where he's at. If you're in a 2x2 set, if you're in an empty, you kind of understand what matchups you're trying to get on that defender. All right, we'll go to our diagram here. Okay, you can see the still shot now. As we look through it, you see that, number 1 of the field is open. Okay, outside leverage, corner over number 1. Linebacker sitting outside leverage on number 2 there. And the safety to the strong side over number 3. Backside safety on the hash mark. And then the weak side corner is locked up, press, man-to-man, the exact type of look that we just talked about here. Okay, another example of it. Look, now we're in 3 front, so you've got 3 down with 2 outside backers walked up. So now you've got your 7 in the box here with 5 and 2. So it only gives you 4 coverage guys. So now on the back end, you can see they're playing more of a really tight, aggressive cover 4 to both sides. You may even decide you want to call this cover 0. It depends on how the coverage plays out and what happens from here. But you know that this corner on the backside is soloed up. He is all by himself here on the backside. There is no weak safety to help him. So this is more of a cover 4 with a 0 look attached to it, right? Slightly different than the one we just saw. All right, cover 6. Remember, we talked combination cover 4 and cover 2. Typically, you're going to get your cover 4 to the trip side. Okay, cover 4 to the trip side or to the field side, and you're going to get a cover 2 look to the weak side or to the single receiver. Again, that means that now you've got the free safety and the corner on the backside can combo this X receiver, and the running back, if he comes out of the backfield, will be picked up by the will linebacker, knowing that the will has help over the top here. To the front side, they're going to play that combination coverage here, right? 3-on-3 to the front side with the Mike able to push out and to take anything that's coming across the middle, whether it's a tight end running a drag or the H running a drive route, or either of these guys working to try to hit that middle hole. The Mike is going to push to the strength here and then help carry anything vertical. Same cover 4 rules on the front side. Again, defenses will play around with who they're going to run combinations with based on offensive personnel, defensive personnel, alignment on the field. But you're getting some sort of combination between the corner, the strong safety, and the Sam to work this 3-man side here. Okay, weaknesses, just like we would, break down cover 4. You're going to attack the cover 4 weaknesses to the 4 side, the cover 2 weaknesses on the 2 side. Okay, good diagram here. How do we know? Well, Okay, you're getting a press look on the backside. A lot of teams will play this cover two side very aggressive and use this corner as the run defender, right? He now becomes a force player in the run because the linebackers are in the box, okay? So this corner now, since he's cover two, can insert, and now he becomes the CD gap run defender. The safety stays deep over the top on the weak side, helps them be aggressive against the run here if you got a strong corner who can play the run and a safety that can play over the top. It also means that if this corner is weaker in coverage, you don't want to play him in cover four solo, right? You don't want to single him up. Well, now you can play a boundary corner that is, a good run stopper, weaker in coverage, and now get him help from that weak side safety over the top. So the strong side, it's definitely cover four. You see the difference in the safety's alignment. This guy's back at 4. This guy's, 4 yards deeper than the strong safety. That safety's down at about 7 to 8 yards there. Same thing with the corner in his alignment. Okay, cover two with a man look. So now we talk man coverage. Our indicators are, remember we talked about being head up on the offensive player, eyes are on that offensive player. They are not worried about run responsibility. They are giving you a look that they are completely zoned in on that offensive player. All right, so when you get man to cover two man, a couple of things to understand. If you get a 4 down look, then now there is nobody to play the quarterback, because in 4 down, they're going to rush 4. You got to count the underneath defenders here. You got a corner, okay, maybe a rover, whatever you guys may call it. You got the mic in the middle to take the tailback. So that's number 3. Number 4, your nickel is on the H, and then a corner on the X. So if that QB escapes through there, there's nobody for him because everybody in underneath coverage is manned up, and you got 2 safeties playing over the top. So now you got to run your cover 2 beaters, and you got to run your man beaters. All right, this is something typically see in your 3rd and long situations. Not a great coverage for anything that's more than about 3rd and 7 at the max, because again, in high school, any decent athlete at QB can break free and pick up that first down rather easily. He's only got to pick up 4, 5, 6 yards. Okay, diagram here, you can see the top side corner locked in, inside leverage, outside backer expand all the way over number 2 to both sides. Corner looking outside, safety sitting on the hash, giving you that cover 2 look. Okay, 0, you get a lot of different ways you can play cover 0. Again, some of it will depend on 3 down, 4 down, what they want to do. But when you're seeing cover 0, everybody's going to be down typically within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage. Right? You notice everybody's really, really tight here. Now you've got no help over the top. That's why we call it 0. There's nobody deep. So anything over the top in a one-on-one ball, but you have to know in cover 0, if they bring a 0 pressure, the defense will have one more than you can block. And so you've got to be prepared to get that ball out quickly if they decide to bring that 0 pressure. Right? Typically, you're going to see this, 3rd and short, 4th and short, or anytime you get down inside the 10-yard line, maybe a little bit, they might expand it to the 20 in the red zone, but most teams are going to play this sort of coverage down inside the 10 because there's no sense in wasting safeties deep down there. You can't get over the top. I mean, you can throw a quick fade, but they're just wasted players if you try to play them deep zone there. Okay, another example at a different level. Again, balls at the 27-yard line. Every defender is 20-yard line or tighter, so everybody's down within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. Every receiver is capped, meaning they have a defender lined up directly over top of them as they're getting lined up here, right? So good indicators, depth, eyes, alignment to cover 0. Last one here against the 3 front. 2 going to walk up on the outside, backer on each side, and now you get a 0. So you got 1 on the top, you got a backer on the running back. This linebacker now, because it's a 3 front, could take the quarterback, safety for number 3, outside backer or other safety for number 2, and then corner for number 1. So in 3 down, now it gives you a chance if you're going to run 0, you can really lock onto everybody. If you want to rush 5, you can either cover the quarterback or you can send the blitzer to take care of him. 6 strong, there's really nothing different there. It's just designating what side we're going to play the cover 2 or the cover 4. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing that one. We're going to switch over to our film tab here. Get a couple quick shots in before we got to get out of here. Okay. Second here, trying to get this organized by coverage look. Now, one thing we talked about, but really want to stress, this is not cover 6. This is not one of the variations we saw. But one of the first things you have to do when you're the QB is you have to make sure that you are identifying coverage, identifying weaknesses in the defense and the field space. As I let this clip play here, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Just take a look at, we've got 20 personnel set, 2 backs. We got a backside post route, and you can see right here at the snap. Well, if I understand my personnel, if I understand how the defense aligns, right, 4 down, and now I see it's more of a 4-4 look in the box here. We only have 3 defenders, so that means there's 1 safety here. He's all the way over on this left side hash, and there is nobody here to help on the backside for the post. So one of the things you have to understand, no matter what your progression, your read is, you have to take what the defense gives you. I mean, if they're going to line up and put themselves in a bad position, you have got to take advantage of that as a quarterback. And that's where it really comes with being confident and understanding what you're looking at pre-snap so that you can get out there and make the adjustments and make plays when they're presented to you, because it's very, very difficult to score in this game, to execute. High school, we're 12-minute quarters. You cannot give away drives and allow defenses to misalign or to give you such huge openings that you don't take advantage of. Okay, so one difference here. Looks like a cover 6 alignment. You can see we're getting cover 4 look at the top here from the corner and the safety. He's out over number 2. Weak side safety is just outside the hash, playing real deep, 15 yards, and a corner kind of head up to outside shoulder here, aggressive on the single receiver. The slight difference here is that the number 3 receiver, this kid was a stud. He's playing at Indiana now. So they were very worried about him, so they decided we're going to show a little different look. We're going to man up number 3, right? We're going to man up. I'm saying number 3 receiver here, but we're going to man up wherever he's at. Put a guy on him to try to take away this tight screen game, and then play safety help over the top. So this is something where it's an adjustment going into the week. We had not seen this yet, right? So you see, we're trying to throw a bubble there. All right, we got a little bubble and a run play called. We get the block we wanted, but the quarterback didn't trust it. Take it away. Just a little different variation that you may not see a whole lot. Okay, but this is understanding what does the defense want to do coming into the week, and then what adjustments do they give us in game. Here we get a cover 6 look. You might think, well, why isn't this cover 4? Right? Well, because it's not solo because of the way that this weak side corner is playing outside leverage. He's playing a cover 2 look, weak side safety playing a cover 2 look, and now to the front side, they're playing their cover 6 look. So you watch it come out, he bails against the cover 2, right? Just a quick, easy hitch to the top side. Normally, you wouldn't anticipate throwing that, but as soon as you see soft cover 2 or that corner wants to bail out, you can take that. First and 10 there. Easy pitch and catch. I'm sorry, 2nd and 8. Easy pitch and catch. Get yourself into a good 3rd down look. Okay, we freeze this one. Another obvious cover 6 look. Now, this is that variation where they're going to be tight and aggressive in coverage on the back side here, right? So this corner is now manned up. You got your safety outside the hash again. Anytime he's outside the hash over here, something's up, because that's not good alignment. In terms of spreading the field like we talked about. So if he's outside the hash into the boundary there, he's probably playing over the top. And you get your cover 4 look to the front side, just like we saw in the diagram. Corner, safety over number 2, outside backer, trying to play both ways here. Okay, so we get that, same cover 4 rules. Now, you get some pressure off the edge. Quarterback recognizes the hot, which we'll talk about next week. In cover 4, there's nobody out there because your corner had to go with number 1 as he runs that vertical. Safety back pedals on the mesh concept. Now you get it dumped outside. Easy pitch and catch turns into an easy 12-yard gain there. Okay, come back. 2 clips ago, we saw the same team. Sorry, guys, still doing this on my prep hour. Cover 6 look again. Okay, but now it's a little bit different. This safety, now it's not cover 6, right? He's all the way inside the hash. This guy's way off back here. Even though it's empty, this is going to be a cover 4 solo look where the linebacker is going to take number 2. It might be a little bit of a miscommunication by the defense, but this safety on the weak side is obviously not playing his cover 2 responsibility. You see him rotate to the middle, and they're going to run a combo coverage. We assume this is a miscommunication. That's okay. 4th and 5. QB sees it. He's off, takes an easy pitch and catch, 1st down. Come back, next play, same look. They run the same defense. You see the top side safety now. He's getting nosy over here. We got on the back side. He's trying to run cover 4 solo. All right, we got a post. That's a really bad post route, but we got a post wheel combination on the back side. Quarterback recognizes this. And now we know when that weak safety works to the middle of the field, See his hips turn, takes himself out of position. The corner is not in position to take that away. QB drills it in. Pretty easy pitch and catch. But that's why you have to understand these coverages and what teams are trying to do to you in order to attack them. All right, this last one would be cover 4 solo, which we covered last week. So we'll wrap it there. All right, so good stuff there. Looking at some variations, saw some cover 6. We saw some cover 20 or 2-man, teams who may call it both. And we saw some cover 6 where they're going to man up number 3, a few different variations of those 2 high variations for you guys to study. So again, one thing you have to understand is know what the defense does coming into the week, know your opponent, and then just be ready to adjust to any sort of adjustment they give you. They're not going to line up and play the same defense and let you scout them, right, and play the same defense all the time and not give you any adjustments, because otherwise you're giving the opponent the battle plan before you get out to the field. So you always have to be ready for adjustments, but understand what they really want to do with their coverage and who they want to take away. So great job with camp, guys. We're going to have one more video installment coming up this week. We'll get it posted, and we'll start talking protections this week. All right. Have a great week. Finish the school year strong. I'll see you guys soon.